everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Haunt Talk! In today's episode, we are going to be reviewing Infernum In Terra's special Christmas thing that they did. What is it called?
It's called The Naughty List.
The Naughty List, yes, which I feel like they earned that name.
Yeah, I had to sign the Naughty List.
Yeah.
I'm on it, unfortunately.
And, yeah, she is on the Naughty List, yes. So if you're watching this review, unfortunately, they only did for 2 nights, so you can't go. What's cool, though, is they did allow us to film inside, so I'll probably be putting a little bit of footage in the review, but then later in the week, I think I'm going to release it on Friday. There will be, for the most part, our full walkthrough. There are parts that I can't include because the camera just was giving me a hard time focusing, but most of it's there. Almost like 90% of our walkthrough will be there. And then you can also, if you just want to see some Christmas lights, real close nearby was Ogilvy.
Yes.
Which we have been to, so that, of course, will have nothing to do with the haunt, but I did film the drive-through, and I set it to some fun music, so if you kind of want to just see, like, a cool Christmas light video, that will probably be up on Wednesday. And the aim for this review is to be up, like, I don't know, maybe Monday, Tuesday. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, we were excited to check this one out. We were excited that it's not the same weekend as all the other ones we want to go to, which is the following weekend.
Yeah.
Right, which is like 9th, 10th.
Yeah. Everybody's doing it.
And there are a couple on the 16th is that, so make sure you also are watching out for that video. Without further ado, we are going to just get into our review of Infernum In Terra's The Naughty List, which means, as always, we must refer to the Book of the Dead! Book of the Dead! Book of the Dead! Book of the Dead! Alright, so we're going to begin our review, as always, with sets and props. And we're going to do the same categories, but of course we are going to be also, like, we did factor in the special event aspect as well.
Yes.
Like, how well did they, like, actually theme it to Christmas? Did they really change much? That kind of thing. Now, we didn't go to Infernum In Terra for the 2022 season, but we did go for the 2021 season.
Yes.
So we have been there before, but... Yeah.
There seemed like quite a bit of stuff had changed from the previous season.
Yeah, from what I do remember, yeah.
Yeah, but holiday-wise, I thought they did a fairly decent job.
Yeah, I thought they did as well. I mean, it starts soon as you enter the place. There's like a Christmas tree, and they've changed up a lot of the light package, it seems like, to make it a little bit more holiday-forward. Things do seem to be maybe lit slightly brighter than they would normally. Still dark in spots. Still very dark in some spots.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, and I think kind of the Christmas lights kind of help with that little brightness, too.
Right,
just because they do have things with Christmas lights on them, like zombie props and things like that. But yeah, they have, like, a lot of trees and a lot of little, like, decorations spread around. Most of the characters that are there, which we'll talk a little bit more in actors, are Christmas-themed as well.
There wasn't anything crazy, like no snow machines or anything like that I noticed.
No, but there was like some snowmen and some trees and things and a lot of lights. I have to say there was a
decent amount of lights, and they holidayed up some of the props. Like there's and I should have footage of this. There's like a normal scene where there's like a hanging body in like a bathroom stall kind of thing, but they like wrapped the body all up in Christmas lights. So like that was pretty cool. But yeah, one of the things, and I guess this kind of goes into actors, but my favorite, I guess it's a prop, so we'll talk about it, is they had this cute little, like, white Christmas tree.
Oh.
And we had to help decorate the tree with skin. So, yeah, make sure you watch I probably won't insert footage for this, but make sure you watch the walkthrough because you'll get to see me and Kim decorate a Christmas tree with skin.
Yeah.
So that was a fun one. But yeah, I think that the actors is where it gets a little bit more with the Christmas theme.
Yes.
But yeah, sets and props they did, I feel like, do a pretty good job. The place is already lit pretty cool. They have a really cool scene where you, like, it's almost like you're in, like, a kind of like a laser swamp, and you walk up into, like, a house, and that is where that tree thing was.
Yeah.
I really like that scene.
And, like, the house itself is very disorientating because it's, like, you'll go into, like, bigger rooms, and then you'll get into, like, these little, like, claustrophobic, like, tunnel-like areas. Because you know how, like, people have, like, the little black hallway switchbacks in some of their haunted houses? Well, this one does it a little bit different, where it's actually kind of like this little tiny hallway. So it's only a little small one.
Yeah.
But it really does give you this sense of, like, claustrophobic, because it's just so skinny, and you're just, like... You're like, oh my gosh, you know.
There was a lot of rooms I feel like that can get kind of, which I kind of like that it kind of like tightens in and stuff and gets you like
I really
like
like that.
To the action. And they do have some cool like animatronics and stuff. Like there is a scare where something that looks like it's static kind of flies at you
Yeah.
at one point when you kind of have to stand there. They had this really cool, I think I've seen him before, but he's this really cool like monkey with, actually it might be,
It's a
I
spirit.
think it actually might be from Spirit.
It's
Actually,
a
yeah, now I
spirit
think of
prop.
it.
It's one of their more expensive ones.
But it's really cool the way they had
Yeah.
it, and like he's like in real darkness. You just see this crazy glowing eyes with this like
Yeah,
chimpanzee
it was
like
really
thing
creepy.
symbols. That was actually
yeah.
really cool. Yeah. But yeah, overall we thought the sets and props were really good, and they did a good job decorating it up for Christmas time. We went ahead and gave sets and props an 8.
All right, moving on to actors. Like we said, they had them all like kind of decked out in a Christmas theme. So you had a lot of like elves and different like Christmas or like the holiday season kind of characters. Because there was actually some that aren't necessarily like just Santa. Krampus was a big part of that. We talked about a few different traditions that people had. I did see like a witch in there. Mari, I can't remember.
Oh, Mary Laud.
Mary Laud
Yeah.
was in there as well. We saw a lot of the horse skulls, things like that. The first thing that did greet us was a really cool doll. She did a fantastic job telling us
cool.
basically what we had to do and stuff like that. But she was very into it and very good. There were like some creepy elves and
Yeah, something I
things
like
that.
something I like about this place is the actors will, and they do this in the on season as well when we've been there, but the actors will kind of stop you and they have like
Yeah,
dialogue and
yeah.
stuff that they say where there are parts where you kind of have to wait. Like one of the first ones you come to and they make you put your back against the wall, and then there were 2 like Christmas demon things that came behind us, this chain link fence, and maybe they were Krampus, I don't know. Krampus eye, I don't know.
Krampus.
What's the plural for Krampus?
Krampus eye.
There was a really cool one where there's like this elf in the middle of a pentagram that wanted us to help her decorate.
Yeah, and she had a bloody snowflake and
because it's weird, you walk in and like she like completely ignores you. She's just sitting there with her back turned to you, like in the middle of this pentagram, like decorating a snowflake with blood. And then, you know, she wanted to see if we would help her decorate with our blood and that. So that was fun. And then probably one of the standout ones is when we went to the basement. There was the lady.
Yeah. I don't know what character she was really supposed to be. She kind of seemed like a female Krampus kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be
Or
something
maybe
specific. I just am not
yeah,
aware of. I don't know.
Yeah, if you know what it is, let us know if you're from there or something. But she was really cool. She had like a whole little story that she was telling us, and we had to reach into a bag and pick out something, and if it was a bad thing, then I don't know what we were gonna get, but
Yeah.
we both got candy canes, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like a good thing or what, but she did do a little thing with me asking me if I had ever wanted a puppy when I was little. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I probably did. And she's like, well, I never forgot. And she had this little skin that was like a dog. And she went, woof, woof, woof. And I'm just like, oh, that's gross.
There's a gingerbread man that made us sing our favorite Christmas carol.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few actors, actually. We were surprised the amount there were for that. They thought they did a good job with their dialogue and stuff like that, especially for like an event that only happens for 2 nights.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were really impressed with what we saw, and the owner did let us know that there's going to be quite a bit of changes for the normal show for 2023. I'm like, God, what year is it? But yeah, so because we definitely will be checking out for the normal show. In 2023, because we didn't make it to any of the Steubenville, West Virginia haunts this year because we tried to go to places we hadn't been. But we really did like actors. We gave them a 9.5.
All right, moving on to scare factor. This was a little bit harder to judge because we were actually filming it. We did get actually quite a few scares.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually pretty decent for being a holiday one. Sometimes it's more about like the whole theming and stuff like that, and the scares are a little bit kind of like not huge, but we did actually get quite a few.
And I would say that it still was focused more on the interactivity
Yeah.
of the holiday theme more so than being scary, but I was impressed with the amount of jump scares that we did get, because they have some cool hiding places. You know, and a couple of times, like, I got the jump scare, and I didn't really know where it was coming from. The one thing that, like, really shocked me to remember is there's, like, someone on the other side of a wall, and they kept, like, shoving, like, a lollipop under the, like, wall or something.
I think it was the gingerbread guy.
Because I think I stepped on it, and I thought I stepped on someone, and I got really freaked out, and then I realized it was just him, like, kind of, like...
Yeah, he was
sticking it, like, kind of trying to touch my ankles or something with it. I don't know.
It was weird.
Yeah. But, yeah, it was decently scary, which we were welcome to.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple times, and I know you did, because you jumped with the camera, and I'm sure it'll show in the video.
Yeah.
But we gave scare factor a 7. It's pretty decent. All right, moving on to value. Because this was a special event, it was, I think, a little bit cheaper than their normal price.
And I don't remember what their normal price is, but I would
sure
it might be a little bit cheaper, yeah.
It was $15 for general admission. And it took us about 15 minutes to walk through it.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's pretty decent value, I think.
Yeah.
So we did give them a 9 for value.
Yeah, $15 is a lot cheaper than you're going to find almost anything else. And I will say, that whole area, like, you know, you got your Wells Township, you got this place, you got Darkview, Moundsville might be a little bit more, but, like, they're all, like, very reasonable price compared to what most haunts are. Because even if this might be the same price it is in the on-season now, I'm not sure. But I remember it was... it was cheap even when we went in 2021. Yeah, Kim's looking through the book of the dead. Here, let's see, what did we see?
Oh, it was 15.
Yeah.
But they had like a fast pass that was 25, but that's for the normal thing. So it is at the regular price. So I guess that is a pretty good price. Yeah.
It is, yep. But yep, so that leads us to our overall score, which we gave an 8.75 to. We really liked the holiday experience and all of that. It was a lot of fun, except unfortunately you can't go this year, but I'm sure they'll do it again in 2023.
Yeah.
So you might be, because I know, like, I see the spikes, obviously, when we do these Christmas reviews. Usually people don't watch them, like, besides the people that are subscribers, until the following year. Because, like, I see the Fear Columbus one has been getting more hits now than we did last year. And we are going to be reviewing it this year, too, the new one. But... yeah, so you might be watching this in 2023, and if you are, you should go, because you'll have a good time.
Yes.
And if you're watching it now, or even then, like I said, you'll be able to virtually walk with us, go through it. It's not the same experience, obviously, but it should give you a good idea of what's in store, and be able to kind of see some of the actors and stuff like that. And it is pretty high quality footage and stuff like that. And I'm going to try, because at a different lens, if we get to do... I would like to do a walkthrough to some of the other places we're going to. I haven't heard back yet. I don't know if any of them will allow us. But at least we have this one. Because I know a lot of you have been saying that you would like us to do walkthroughs. It's not my favorite thing to do, because it makes it hard for me to actually focus on the experience. But for the Christmas ones, I don't mind doing it as much.
Yeah.
Because we've got our fair share of haunts, you know, from October. So, yeah. But, yeah, did you also go? What did you think about it? You know, do you plan on going to any other Christmas haunts? Because, again, there's multiple going on next weekend, the 9th through 10th. And there's also some, like, the Scare House and that are doing it, like, 15th, 16th, something like that.
Yeah.
As well as, like, Fear Columbus is doing
Fear
it too.
Columbus, Scare House. Yeah.
So, but, yeah, also make sure you're liking and subscribing. And Kim's favorite part, make sure you're ringing that notification bell. I will say, I like the jingle bells more than the regular bell, because it's not as horribly obnoxious.
Which one?
The cowbell's the worst one. That one's not too bad, yeah. The cowbell's the one that I really hate. Yeah, I don't like that one. But thank you very much for watching, and she's still going. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.